Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll cover part 4 of linear equations. We will see together if we have a bracket that contains some variables like x and constant. We will see also the case that if we have the variable in the denominator like 2 over x. Also, we will have another case that both denominators in both sides of the equal sign contain a variable x. Now, the first example, 2 times x plus 1 equal 5x. Now, we know from the polynomial video that we need to multiply, first of all, 2 by x and by 1. So we will have 2 times x will be 2x, and 2 times plus 1 will be 2, plus 2, equal 5 plus x. Now, remember what we did in the last video, part 3. We need to subtract, first of all, x, because we have plus x, we will subtract negative x from both sides. So this will be cancelled. So we'll have 2x plus 2 minus x equal 5. Now, we need to get rid of the plus 2, so we should add negative 2 to both sides. Negative 2 and plus 2 will be cancelled. So 2x minus x is equal 5 minus 2, which is equal to be 3. Now 2x minus x is equal x equal 3. And if I want to check my answer, this is the check. Again, 2 times a bracket. Now instead of x, I'll put a bracket, plus 1 equal 5 plus a bracket, and put a question mark. Put 3 here and 3 here. So it's 2 times 3 plus 1 is 4. Is it equal 5 plus 3? Now 2 times 4 is 8. 8 is equal 8. So our solution is true. Example number 2. 7x plus 4 equal 3 times a bracket 1 plus x plus 5. First of all, we have to multiply 3 here by 1 and 3 by x. So the question will be 7x plus 4 equal 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times plus x is plus 3x plus 5. Now, first of all, we have to get rid of this plus 3 by adding negative 3. Negative 3x and negative 3x. So 7x plus 4, negative 3x, this will be cancelled, 3 plus 5. In order to get rid of the plus 4, we should add negative 4 to both sides. So this will be cancelled, 7x minus 3x equal 3 plus 5 minus 4. 7x minus 3x is equal 4x. 3 plus 5 is 8 minus 4 is 4. Now we need x alone. So we should divide both sides with 4. Divide by 4 here and divide by 4. This will be cancelled. So x is equal 4 over 4, which is equal to be 1. So our solution is 1. And let's check it. 7 times a bracket plus 4, is it equal 3 times 1 plus small bracket plus 5. Put 1, put 1. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 4, is it equal 3 times 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 5. 7 plus 4 is known to be 11. Is it equal 3 times 2, which is equal 6? 6 plus 5 is 11. So our solution is true. Example number 3. What if we have a negative sign before the bracket equal x plus 4. So as if we have negative 1 here. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 by 8 is negative 8, equal x plus 4. Now we should get rid of this x, subtract x, and subtract x. So it's minus x minus 8 minus x equal this x and this x will be cancelled, equal to 4. In order to get rid of the negative 8, we should add plus 8 and plus 8. So this will be cancelled. Negative x equal 4 plus 8. Negative x and negative x will give us negative 2x. 4 plus 8 is equal 12. Now we should divide both sides with not 2, negative 2. Negative 2. Negative 2 and negative 2 will be cancelled, so x is equal 12 over negative 2 is equal negative 6. Let's check the result. So it's negative times, and instead of x, I'll put a bracket, plus 8 equal a bracket plus 4, and put a question mark. Instead of this, plug in negative 6 and negative 6. So it's negative 6 and 8 is 2. Negative 6 and 4 is negative 2. Negative 2 is equal negative 2. That's true. So our solution x equal negative 6 is true. Now, what if we have a variable x in the denominator? Now, I'll show you two ways in order to solve this. But before doing anything, remember that the denominator cannot be equal to 0. So first of all, put a condition. I don't want this, which is x, not to be 0. I'll give you some more examples if we have like x plus 1 in the denominator. So you should reject any solution x equal 0. Now let's solve it. If we have 2 over x equal 1. Now I want to get rid of this x in the denominator. What we should do, the trick is to multiply both sides. By the way, because it is an equation, if you do anything on the left side, you should do it on the right side. Multiply here by x and multiply here by x. Why? Because in this case, x will be cancelled with x. So it's 2 here equal 1 times x is equal x. So I can say that x is equal to 2. The other way is as follows. Again, we have 2 over x equal 1. Remember that we are dealing with an equation. So if we flip both sides, again, both sides. Now consider 1 as if it is 1 over 1. Flip 2 over x, it will be x over 2. And flip 1 over 1 is the same, 1 over 1. Now, do you remember how to solve this? We should multiply both sides with what? With 2. This will be cancelled with this, so x is equal 1 over 1, which is 1 times 2, which is 2. So in both cases, we got 2. Now, let's check the result. By the way, this condition means that we reject any solution that's equal to 0, x equal to 0. So in both sides, in both cases, we got x equal to 2, which is not equal to 0. Now, in order to check, I'll put the question 2 over a bracket. Is it equal 1? Now, what should we plug in inside the bracket? 2. But 2 over 2 is known to be 1, and 1 is equal to 1. So our solution is true. Example number 5. 1 over x minus 1 is equal 1 over 3. The condition here, x minus 1 shouldn't be equal to 0, sorry. So you should take the whole denominator and say it's not equal to 0. And in order to solve this, consider this one as an equation. So add here plus 1 and add plus 1. This will be cancelled, so x should not equal 0 plus 1, which is 1. And if you check, plug in 1 here, 1 minus 1 will give you 0. And you know, anything over 0 is undefined. So we don't want the denominator to be equal to 0. Now how to solve this? By the way, this is not part of the solution. This is only to check that, or to make sure that the solution is not equal to 1. We don't want to have a 1 as a solution. 1 over x minus 1 is equal 1 over 3. So it's 1 over x minus 1 equal 1 over 3. Multiply both sides here with x minus 1. X minus 1 will be cancelled with x minus 1. So it's 1 over. So this one considered as 1. 1 times x minus 1 will be x minus 1 over 3 times 1 is 3. Now in order to get rid of the 3, we should multiply both sides with 3. This will be cancelled with this. 1 times 3 is 3 equal x minus 1. Now I prefer to move like to add negative x here and negative x here. So it will be 3 minus x equal, this will be cancelled with this, negative 1. Now this is 3, which is positive, so we should add negative 3 and negative 3. Negative 3 and 3 will be cancelled, so it's negative x. Negative 3 and negative 3, negative 1 and negative 3 is negative 4. But we need x alone. So what we should do, remember, we should divide both sides with negative 1. So x here is equal 4. And if you want the second way, or second method, flip both sides. So it's x minus 1 over 1 and 3 over 1. We don't care about the over 1 because at the end x minus 1 over 1 is x minus 1 and 3 over 1 is 3. Add plus 1 to both sides. So x, this will be cancelled. X is equal 3 plus 1, which is equal to be 4. Let's just check. 1 over bracket minus 1 equal 1 over 3. Plug in 4, 1 over. So is it equal 1 over 4 minus 1 is 3. Is 1 over 3 is equal 1 over 3? Yes, it is. So our solution is true. Now, what if we have x in the numerator and x in the denominator? So I'll write the solution plus 3 over x equal negative 2. Now we can't flip here, because if we flip it again, we will have x plus 3 in the denominator. So the first way to multiply both sides with the denominator. What we have in the denominator? X and x. So this x will be cancelled with this x. By the way, here you should say that x alone is not equal to 0. And as I said, this is not part of the solution, but make sure you put it just to reject, or just to make sure that you didn't do any mistake. If you got the 0 as the solution, there's no way to be 0. X plus 3 will be x plus 3. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Now we should add both sides, plus 2x and plus 2x. So it's x plus 3 plus 2x This will be cancelled. This is equal to 0. What we should do in order to get rid of the 3, add -3 and add -3. This will be cancelled. So it's x plus 2x. 0 -3 is -3. X plus 2x is 3x equal -3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So x equal -3 over 3 is -1. Let's do the check. A bracket plus 3 over a bracket equal -2. -1, -1. -1 and 3 is 2 over -1. Question mark. Is it equal -2? 2 over -1 is -2 and -2. They are equal, so our solution x equal -1 is true. X minus 1 and x plus 1 equal 1 over 3. X plus 1, we don't want it to be equal to 0. So if you add -1 and -1, so this will be cancelled, is not equal 0 and -1 is -1. So if you got a -1 as a solution, make sure to get back to the solution and check where is your mistake. X minus 1 over x plus 1 equal 1 over 3. Multiply both sides with the denominator, which is x plus 1 and x plus 1. This will be cancelled with this. So x minus 1 is equal 1 times this, which is x plus 1, and 3, this is over 1. 3 times 1, which is 3. Now in order to get rid of the 3, we should multiply both sides with 3. This will be cancelled. This 3 times x. By the way, if you have this, it means 3 times the whole thing. 3 is not multiplied only by x, because you will multiply 3 by the whole numerator here, which is x minus 1. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times -1 is -3, equal x plus 1. We should subtract -x from both sides, -x and -x. So it's 3x, this is x, -3, -x, this will be cancelled 1. And we should add +3 and +3 as well. This will be cancelled. So it's 3x, -x equal 1 plus 3, which is equal to be 4. 3x minus x is equal to 2x, equal to 4. Divide both sides with 2 and 2. So x will be equal 4 over 2, which is equal to be 2. Now in order to do the check, bracket minus 1 over bracket plus 1 equal 1 over 3. Put 2 and 2. 2 minus 1 is 1 over question mark. 2 plus 1 is 3. Is it equal to 3? Yes. 5 over x and -5 over x plus 2. Now, this example is different than the previous examples. We have both sides, both denominators contain a variable x. So let's start by multiplying both sides with x to get rid of this. So it's 5 over x equal -5 over x plus 2. So multiply here by x and multiply here by x. This will be cancelled with this. So 5 equal this is over 1. -5 by x is -5x over x plus 2. Now we have only one denominator with a variable. So multiply both sides with x plus 2. And here x plus 2. This will be cancelled with this. Now 5 multiplied by this. It doesn't matter if you put 5 here or here. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 2 is 10. Equal negative 5x. Now we should add plus 5x to both sides and plus 5x. So it's 5x plus 10 plus 5x. This will be cancelled with this equal to 0. Add negative 10 and negative 10. So it's 5x plus 5x. This will be cancelled. 0 and negative 10 is negative 10. 5x and 5x is 10x equal negative 10. Now we should divide both sides with 10 and 10. This will give us that x equal negative 10 and 10 is equal negative 1. So the solution is negative 1. So in order to check the result, five over a bracket equal negative 5 over a bracket plus 2. So it's negative 1, negative 1. 5 over negative 1, question mark. 5 over negative 1 is negative 5. Is it equal? Negative 5 over negative 1 and 2 is 1. So it's negative 5 equal. Negative 5 over 1 is negative 5. So they are equal. By the way, I forgot here to mention that we need both denominators not to be equal to 0. The first one, we will reject any solution that's equal to 0. This is for the first one here. For the second one, we don't want x plus 2 to be equal to 0. If we negative 2 and negative 2, so it's x should not equal to be negative 2. So we don't want any solution that's 0 or negative 2. Why? Because at the end we have two denominators with variables. Please like and share this video. Please also subscribe in the channel. Thanks for watching.